Assalamualaikum. Hi guys. In the previous one, we've learned there are 3 principles or rules that you have to apply when filling the electrons in atomic orbitals. I'm going to focus with Aufbau Principle. Aufbau Principle states that the electrons are arranged in the atomic orbitals in order of increasing energy. So if you take a look here, these are the energy level diagram based on specific subshell. How you want to know which one is the first energy level? We are going to use in this method, which is order of orbitals filling in the multi-electron atom. As you see from this picture, 1s is the lowest energy level compared to 7s and 7p. So I'm going to write down the order of orbitals filling based on this arrangement. As you see from here, 1s is the lowest energy and 6s is the highest. If I continue with 6p, 6d, 7s and 7p and so on. If you take a look here, you might be wondering how this arrangement are constructed. So if you realize, I've taught to you the first energy level is n equals to 1. So the orbital exists for n equals to 1 only 1s. For n equals to 2, only subshell 2s and 2p is allowed. And then for n equals to 3, 3s, 3p and 3d orbitals are allowed. Same goes for n equals to 4, n equals to 5, n equals to 6 and n equals to 7. It will keep increasing until which energy level that you have. But right now, when you want to determine which one is filling first, you have to follow the arrow diagonally. So it will pass through here. As you see here, 1s first, 2s next, 2p 3s, 3p 4s, 3d 4p 5s and so on. So that is why you got this arrangement for your Aufbau Principle. And this is how you are going to fill the electrons based on increasing order of energy. Let's try a few examples based on specific element. I have hydrogen. If I want to write down my electronic configuration based on Aufbau Principle, I have 1s. As you know before, 1s orbital has one orientation. So that is why one orientation can accommodate 2 electrons. So I'm going to write the hydrogen with 1 electron. So H is the symbol equals to 1s1. So 1 here is to indicate the first energy level, s is the s orbital, and to the power of 1 here is to indicate 1 electron in hydrogen atom. Next, we go for helium. Helium, it has 2 electrons in its atom. So I'm going to write the symbol for helium, He. And after that, we have 1s is the lowest and 1s can hold maximum 2 electrons. So electronic configuration for helium is 1s2. Next, we have boron with 5 proton number. So we are going to write down based on energy level in increasing order. So I'm going to fill in based on boron, the symbol is capital B, and I have 1s2. So 2 electrons already used up here. So I got 3 more left. Next, we have 2s. So I'm going to write down 2s2. And then 4 electrons already used up. We have 1 more left. It will fill in the next orbital, 2p1. So 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5 electrons. Settle for boron. So if you want to know whether your orbital can hold or accommodate how many electrons, I'm going to give you a tips. For s orbital, we have one orientation, m equals to 0. So the maximum electron should be 2 electron. For p orbital, we have m with -1, 0 and +1. So we got 3 orientation. Each orientation can hold 2 electrons. So that's why maximum for p orbital, it has 6 electrons. So how about d orbital? D orbital, we know that it has 5 orientations starting from -2, -1, 0, +1, and +2. So this is how, if I want to determine based on 5 orientations, we have 10 electrons maximum for d orbitals. So this is how I'm going to fill in my electrons for specific orbital. 1s and 2s, maximum 2 electrons. 2p, 6 electrons. 3s, 2 electrons. 3p, 6 electrons, and so on. So this is how we apply quantum numbers into Aufbau principles because they are related to one another. Let's continue with the last example. I have sulfur with 16 electrons. So I'm going to write down my symbol for sulfur first. So sulfur is capital S, and I have starting from 1s2 and then 2s2 to p6. So right now I already used up 10 electrons. So I got 6 more left. I'm going to continue the next orbital, 3s2, and then we got 4 more left. The last 4 electrons is going to be in 3p orbital. So I hope you can understand this is how we write the electronic configuration based on Aufbau principle. Please don't bring the symbol less than in your electronic configuration because here I just want to show you the difference of energy. But when you write down the electronic configuration, you don't have to bring the symbol less than. It's just straight away with how many electrons filling in respective orbitals. So that's it for this video. So I hope you learn a bit from this example. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!